Just waiting for the push, and then we'll start in a minute here. All right, here we go. Good afternoon. Welcome into our WBAY newsroom, and we welcome you into our First Alert Fastcast. Let's try that again. Good afternoon. Welcome into our WBAY newsroom and our First Alert Fastcast as we interrupt local news live to bring you the latest on what we are working on locally this afternoon. And let's get right to the latest in that still ongoing Amber Alert for missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu. Katrina Bauer, the mother of Elijah, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, appearing in Manitowoc County Court today. Both have now been formally charged with party to a crime of neglecting a child under 6 years old. Bauer also facing 2 misdemeanor charges of resisting or obstructing an officer. They appeared in court. It was about 1:30 this afternoon. In the criminal complaint, Vang says he went to take a nap around 8 a.m. last Tuesday, and when he woke up, Elijah was missing. That search now in day 7. The Amber Alert was issued last Tuesday. Elijah, you see there on the screen, has not been located. Law enforcement agencies continuing the search today. If you have any information, you are asked to contact. Let's bring that number back up on the screen there. The state tip line, 844-267-6648. Again, Elijah is 3 feet tall, 45 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing, perhaps has that blanket, that red, white, black plaid blanket. And the search continues for him. Brittany Schmidt was at the courthouse today. She will have much more coming up tonight on Action 2 News at 4, 4:30, 5, and 6 o'clock. Another court hearing today. This was Sienna Pecor, the teen charged as an adult, you may recall, due to that deadly crash in October of 2022. Well, she pleads guilty today to second-degree reckless homicide and second-degree recklessly endangering safety. She avoids a trial. Her sentencing will now be on April 12th. She previously had pled not guilty to first-degree reckless homicide, hit and run involving death, and 2 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. You may recall Pecor was, let's get this video rolling for you. Pecor was 15 at the time of the accident. She was driving well in excess of 100 miles an hour on West Mason Street when she lost control, crashed her vehicle, killing her passenger, 17-year-old Cruz Beltran. Beltran's mother was in the courtroom today. She spoke with our Emily Byer after the proceedings. You can hear that interview coming up tonight on our evening newscast. Let's get a look at the weather with meteorologist Keith Gibson, who is banging away there in the First Alert Weather Center, updating all things for us this afternoon, so we know what's coming our way. Another beautiful day out there, another beautiful May day. Keith, is it going to continue?
Yeah, hey, let me adjust my shot just a little bit. Look,
Sure,
I got
no
cords dangling down, and
that's why we do this. Is happening now, right?
I'm working for David tonight, and I'm scrambling to get some stuff done. But yeah, it's a pretty nice day. Temperatures as expected, a little bit cooler lakeside. We've got 40s and 50s out there, cooler 40s near the water, 50s inland. Not too terribly warm relative to where we are going to be tomorrow, but still a very warm day for February. We've had some wind gusts over 30 miles per hour, and it's going to be gusty this evening before those winds ease tonight. Won't be as windy tomorrow, and then we're going to have plenty of wind for the rest of the week. Now, I want to draw your attention to the warmth to our south right now. Des Moines, Iowa, 76, St. Louis, 79. We will have record-setting warmth tomorrow away from the lakeshore. These are the old highs of record for tomorrow. Upper 50s, low 60s, Sturgeon Bay, low 50s. All of these numbers you see here are likely going to fall tomorrow, and we will be challenging the all-time February high temperature across northeastern Wisconsin in many spots. Away from the lakeshore tomorrow, about 65 to 70 degrees, which is absolutely nuts. And even near the lakeshore, we are going to be well into the 50s in most spots. The exception could be northern Door County and parts of the UP, but this is our projected high for tomorrow. I'm going to go through the timeline here real quick, Chris, and show you that we will go from what you see here, a warm spring-like day, a mix of sun and clouds. We will be lulled to sleep, but don't fall for it, because a cold front moves through, and
wow,
look at
that's
that
dramatic.
purple. Absolutely crazy for Wednesday. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s and teens, gusty northwest wind, and wind chills will be falling into the single digits above and below zero by Wednesday morning. And in that transition, late Tuesday evening and Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, there's likely going to be a coating to a couple of inches of snow around here.
Oh boy.
Not a prolific amount of snow, but considering that we haven't had a lot of snow for a while, and we may have like a flash freeze, Chris, with temperatures rapidly falling below freezing, falling temperatures, moisture coming down, and we will likely have some slippery spots here for that Wednesday morning commute. Nasty wind chills, but this is really going to be the only period of question this week as far as inclement weather and as far as bad winter travel. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for a couple of inches. The other thing I'll mention real quick, don't have time to really go into detail, is that we've had some gusty wind, and that's going to stay with us for most of the week. Tomorrow's going to be the exception. It will be warm but not as windy, but more wind later on this week. Fire danger, I was just checking it out. Most of the state of Wisconsin now in the high category. We did this last year at the end of winter with fire danger being very high, and it looks like we will have some issues here going forward with the dry vegetation, lack of snowpack, and gusty wind and low humidity later this week. So just be extra careful out there as we go forward because of the fire danger that is creeping higher and higher.
All right, Keith, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. We'll let you get back to work.
Yeah.
We'll see you coming up in just a little bit here on Action 2 News at 4:30. Well, we're not going to see him at 4:30. We'll see him 4, 5, 6, and 10 tonight as he's working for David. All right, some other news for you also that we are keeping track of today. The Green Bay Public School Board is going to hold a meeting this evening to discuss an interim superintendent. This all happening in the wake of last week's resignation by Dr. Claude Tiller Jr. and now the subsequent movement by some to see him reinstated. So a lot of moving parts right now with the Green Bay Area Public School Board. Jason Zimmerman will be covering that for us this evening and tonight. So thanks for tuning in to our First Alert Fastcast. We'll return you now to Local News Live. We'll see you back here tonight on Action 2 News at 4, 4:30, 5, and 6 o'clock.